goodness, Games. You piece of shit.
Thomas! Da 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 da. Tommy got to watch Back to the Future Part 2.
And it was really good.
He liked it too. Hard to believe the future was, a few months ago. October 21st, 2015. You know what the funny thing that I always got me with that part?
What?
You don't see any Halloween stuff.
Oh.
October 21st. Like, no mention of... And even... I'm guessing California, just because I keep forgetting it takes place in California, so I was like, wait, it's in November? Like, when he goes to 50s, it's November. I was like, wait, why doesn't it look cold? Oh, wait, it's California. It always looks like that. Oh, Tommy, are you ready?
Sure.
We are...
Can I borrow a piece of tape? Actually, can I borrow just the tape thing?
Here.
Thank you. Go crazy.
All right. So we're now, tomorrow is going to be the school festival, Tommy.
Wow.
Tomorrow.
The problem must be in the pants. I'm sorry, she's funny.
We brought Lily last episode to the convenience store, and we met Rin, and then there was a problem. There wasn't a problem because there was a problem, or something. All right, ready?
Ready.
The students roll into class for the Saturday morning session. Each and every one of them sporting the tired eyes of people who have worked through the night. Saturday morning class. I forget, this takes place in Japan. They have Saturday
School.
Yep.
Well, if you're a Catholic or Christian, I think you have Sunday school.
Yeah.
So.
With only a day left to prepare, I suppose it's not so surprising. Thankfully, we only have to suffer through class until the lunch break, and then our time is our own. Mudo. Okay, can someone in the comments please just tell me how I pronounce his name? I've played all the routes.
How are they gonna tell you? Because
they just typed the pronunciation.
Oh. What if you get that wrong?
What?
What if you get that wrong?
Oh well. But just tell me how you pronounce the name, because this stinking guy's name. Mudu lurches in class in a tired stagger. I suppose students aren't the only people here that enjoy their late Friday nights. Without saying a word, he scrawls some page and question numbers on the board and slumps down at his desk. It's completely atypical behavior for him, but it appears that no one in the class is going to call him out on it. Wordlessly, the students shuffle their textbooks into position and get to work. Not wanting to break the trend, I do the same. Hisao, you hipster. Hipster Hisao. Oh yeah! Fatigue has made the class antisocial. Not a peep is heard among the ruffling papers. I hear the ruffling tobacco, though. That can partly be attributed to the two empty seats beside me. For some reason, Misha and Suzune aren't present, probably doing council work for the festival. Misha and Suzune aren't here!
And?
They're always here!
But they just explained it, so...
It's very quiet without Misha present.
Oh.
I wonder if she was born as rowdy as she is, or if she is making up for Shizune's lack of voice. Nakai, can I speak to you for a moment? I'm so engrossed in thinking about Misha that I don't even notice Mudo approaching my desk. Sure. What's this about? Oh, I know this scene. Oh, I like this. It's probably better if we speak outside the classroom.
Uh-oh. Is it something bad?
He's not in trouble. I can tell you that. But I like this. Something about this doesn't sound too good. But I stand up and follow him out the hallway. Mudo stands in the hallway, scratching his head as he works out what he's trying to say. Not knowing what's going on, I wait silently. So tell me, how are things? Things? I expected Mudo to be a little vague, but this is pushing the limits. You know, things. you've had a week to settle in now, so how are things? Fine, I guess. I see. And how is your condition? The pause before condition seemed a little unnecessary. Haven't had any problems so far. A brief shimmer of relief passes across Muto's face. Good, that's good. The school nurse was a little concerned that you might have been pushing yourself a bit too hard. He asked me to keep an eye on you when he couldn't. That makes sense. I'd ask that you don't blow us off so freely. As much as we try to give you the level of education that you would get at a normal school, you have to realize you have limits. Our goal is to make sure that you know where those limits are and how to maximize your potential within them. You follow me? I guess. I mean, I don't plan on doing anything stupid. Well, that's a start, I guess. I like this guy. I like Tommy. I like this guy.
You told me already.
So then, on to my next question. How are you finding your studies? I understand you were laid up for a while. We're not too far ahead, are we? I don't really think so.
Here's your tape back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I tried to keep up when I was in the hospital, so it hasn't been too hard. Don't different schools have different curriculum? Muto taps his chin and raises an eyebrow as he absorbs this information. Is that so? I suppose there are still students out there who realize the importance of learning. I wouldn't go that far. I was only trying to keep myself occupied in my little life support prison. Well, yeah, you gotta keep up with these things, right? That's exactly it. One wrong move in this world and you're left behind, right? Right. I wouldn't want that to happen. No, you wouldn't. Every week there's a new scientific discovery. Most of them mean nothing to the layperson, but any one of them could be the key to the next big thing. Even big thing was even capitalized. You enjoying the tobacco bag, Tommy?
I'm just trying to take
the holes.
Yeah.
Don't leak tobacco on my bed.
No, I won't.
I'll keep that in mind. I bet that statement sounds so funky and out of context. It's obvious.
Your head shaped like it sounds so funky and out of context.
It's obvious that Muto's serious talk is capitalized, huh? It's obvious that Muto's
That's Japan.
He's like not Japan, English, Tommy.
You're English.
It's obvious Muto's serious talk is over, and he's gone back to his standard, slightly scatterbrained approach to life. I think, in hindsight, that I prefer him this way. He's slightly more predictable in his unpredictability. What?
That makes no sense.
Well then, I think that's all I really had to say. Let's get back inside, shall we? My relief at that suggestion is insurmountable. Sure, you're the boss, right? Muto pauses for a moment. I don't think any of my students have ever said that to me before. For an instant, I consider replying to this, but something deep within me tells me to shut my mouth and just go back to the classroom. A few of the students jump at the sound of the door, rapidly trying to pretend they are working on the questions on the board. Some don't even bother. Their heads slumped on the desk as they nap. Thankfully, it appears that Muto does not even notice them. He returns to his desk and retrieves a scientific journal from one of the drawers. I guess I got him. I guess I got him there. The class returns to the near silence that Muto and I left it in before our chat. Mixed feelings of tiredness and anticipation buzz around the room. Everyone here is either waiting for a chance to rest or the chance to get their last-minute preparations underway. The clock on the wall slowly ticks the remaining class time away until finally the bells cry out, ending the torment. Before you all leave, I expect the answers for those problems by Monday. The class sighs as one, instantly regretting the slacking off, but still acutely aware of the more pressing issues at hand. classroom empties in a blink as everyone rushes to their last-minute festival preparations. I stay behind and try to quickly finish the questions so I don't have to bother with it over the rest of the weekend with the festival and all tomorrow. Hey, you!
Oh.
Hey, you! Apart from me, Hanako's the only one left, obviously waiting for Lily. It's weird that Lily comes all the way to our classroom to pick her up. I expect that moving around is at least normally harder for her than it is for Hanako. But it's none of my business. I naturally don't ask about it from Hanako. Despite the relative proximity of our seats, neither tries to strike up a conversation about that or anything else either. So, an oppressive silence falls upon the classroom. Time passes in silence. It's probably just 15 minutes or so, but it feels longer. I turn pages of my notebook. Hanako turned pages of the novel she's reading. Oh, she's reading! My pencil lead splinters against the paper just when I was about to finish a paragraph. The sounds of my irritated sigh and sequential fumbling around for a sharpener feel like they're breaking the mood in the class. Sharpener? Oh, pencil sharpener. Hanako keeps her eyes firmly away from my direction. Before long, Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. Hanako? Oh, no! Look at the grid. I love that. It's just like a switch. Her name is all it takes to make Hanako jump up from her desk and run to Lily. And then she frowned. Did you catch it?
Yeah.
Yes. They talk quietly for a moment, but it isn't long before Lily leaves down the hall and Hanako idles back to the classroom, taking her seat once again. I watch Hanako in the corner of my eye out of sheer curiosity at the idea that the two would be separated. For a couple minutes, she does nothing but sit with her chin in her hand, staring at the desk dejectedly. The boredom evidently becomes too much for her, though, her slender frame reaching into her bag and pulling out a small book. Come to think of it, that isn't the one I saw her reading at the library. She must be quite a fast reader to get through them at this rate. But why would Lily leave her to her own devices? Seems to be quite out of the ordinary, going by Hanako's reaction.
What?
Ah, that's right. I think Lily mentioned something about going to town today before Rin bumped into us. The thought of that walk makes me look outside. Ooh, we got the sky. The sun, the bright sun, and occasional people wandering around and enjoying the afternoon make me yearn to get out of school, or at least do something other than sit here. Giving in to one of my worst vices, procrastination, I decide that history is a subject best studied on a Sunday, or a Monday, or any other day than this one. I give a grunt as I lever myself out of my seat, briefly debating with myself whether or not to hang out with Kenji. Oh, shoot. He doesn't strike me as the enjoying the nice weather outside with others kind of person, really. I guess I'll catch up with him later. Only a passing moment. Oh, changing tacks, I briefly entertain the idea of talking with Hanako, but by the time I look at her seat, it's vacant. She must have left for the library. There's gotta be something to do that can kill the time. Go for a walk into town. Go to the library.
Get in the library.
Aww! The library seems as good a place as any to go. Hanako looked as if... Listen to me. Hold on.
What?
Just double checking something. The library seems as good a place as any to go. Hanako looked as if she was taken pretty off guard by Lily leaving, so she might want someone to talk to. Slinging my bag over my shoulder, I make my way out of the classroom. Run face. I walk down the hallway to the library, past a multitude of closed doors.
Look at that face!
That face!
Surface.
That mother loves that face! Through each one, the sound of furious rehearsal can be heard. Rock music blares out of one door, almost as loud as a concert. I guess that's one of the advantages of a private school. There's actually enough rooms to go around, for times like this. Oh. And when I think about it, the grounds and buildings of the school are kept in pretty good condition. That can't be too cheap. I've heard that this place has some serious benefactors. The walls of the library only partially insulate the noise of the festival preparations, but they're the only sounds to be heard. Not a soul stirs here, even with everyone apparently enjoying the weather outside or working on festival events. Yuko isn't here either. Maybe she doesn't work on Saturdays. I walk through the library, now fairly familiar with its layout. Okay, 15. Alright. I quietly walk through the library, now fairly familiar with its layout. I head to the back where Hanako's private little corner is. I run my hand along the spines of the books on the way, though, feeling the individual texture of each as I glance across the titles. I used to do this all the time at the library at the hospital. Some things never change, I guess. I like libraries. Do you like libraries, Tommy?
They're quiet.
They're
I
quiet.
haven't been to one in a while.
I got like two of my books at a library.
The last time I went to a library is when I needed to print out something because I was all out of ink.
Oh, I like the smell of. Okay, I like the smell of a library. No matter how much care you take, the paper and books is always going to degrade with time. Probably no matter which library you go to, anywhere in the world, it must have that same musty smell. Know what it makes you think of? A museum in Connecticut. A New England museum.
Hey, don't make fun of my museum.
No, just a lot of museum. I said New England. I meant New England museum. Because, we tend to have, like, homely kind of buildings. Where we live where the Pilgrims lived, man!
Hey, Ryan, just remember this.
Yeah?
My state's always going to be better than yours.
We got Plymouth Rock, dude. I live in Massachusetts. Tommy lives in Connecticut.
Yeah, well, we got everything else. We got high taxes. That's not very good.
I can't believe they put us at Massachusetts. I find something that looks light enough to read without any major thought involved. Then look for Hanako in the reading area. Hey, you! I know where you're going. I know where you're hiding. The average of bear. He knows where you're going.
Alright, let's go.
Once again, she's sitting on a beanbag with her back to a bookshelf. Reading the same book she had in the classroom, she's slowly making her way through the pages.
Hey, this I gotta see.
Unlike, hey, baby, you're looking crispy. Dang it! I'm just gone. Unlike last time I saw her here, I quietly take a seat in a beanbag.
Wow, she's looking smoking hot. Oh, damn! No, I'm looking.
The noise is enough to catch her attention, but not startle her. This delicate routine that must be followed each and every time I try to talk to her almost feels like a hunting game. Is that the same book as before? Yes, I'm almost finished. Cool. I wonder if I should. Do you mind if I borrow it when you're finished? My mouth is faster than my mind, it seems. Sure, may not like it, but I'm sure it can't be that bad. After all, you stuck with it, haven't you? I guess. I am so worried farther into her route. I settle into my beanbag and set about reading my own book that had been buried in my bag. So it's a light novel about pirates. To be honest, I'm barely skimming over the words, having chosen the book merely because it belongs to a different genre than he's reading a light novel. He's not reading the little sister one though. You know the little sister, the cute show thing, whatever that you saw. That used to be a light novel. Do you want to?
You mean my little sister that can't be this cute?
Yeah, that started as a light novel, Tommy. Do you want to know what a light novel is?
What?
It's a short book, and it occasionally has illustrations in it.
Oh, okay.
It's like a novel, just light.
Continue.
Finding it hard to muster enough enthusiasm to finish the book, and noting that I've inadvertently distracted Hanako quite a bit, I decided to try to make conversation. So, I see Lily left without you? She nods before taking her eyes off the book. She must have been really into it, after all.
Lily said she had to go and meet someone.
Oh?
Akira, her sister.
Sister? I haven't heard about her talk about her family.
She and Akira used to live together.
I thought all the students lived in dorms.
I mean, don't have to.
But it's easier, right? I mean, there's food here and you're close to school. I don't think I've ever been to class in time so often in my life. Her badly hidden smile proves quite rewarding. Hold on. Oh, she thinks she agrees. In the back of my mind, I know I have a bit of homework to catch him on, but it's quite comfortable in here. No one can find me and force me into working for their pet project either. Though now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm thinking about the festival, another question comes up. Hey, Hanako, what are you doing for the festival? For a split second, I think that Hanako is about to throw her book in the air from shock.
Sorry?
I was just asking what you're doing for the festival tomorrow. Anything planned?
I don't know.
Hanako answers in that way that people do when they don't want to talk anymore. Don't want you to ask any more questions. I take it large crowds and loud music aren't really her thing. Even as quotation marks. Whoop whoop. Okay. I change the subject. So, what's Lily's sister like?
She's nice. She's pretty like Lily, but she dresses business-like.
Business-like?
She's always wearing a suit.
Ah, I see. And that makes her less pretty somehow? Hanako gives an embarrassed shake of her head.
No, just different.
I'll admit it. This has got me intrigued. To hear Hanako talk about someone other than Lily is a first, and to be complimentary about it too. But as I try to picture this mystery sister, all I can think of is Lily in a suit, and I can't imagine that not being attractive, not at all. Well, one day you'll have to introduce me to her.
Okay.
Tommy, you know that Katawa Shoujo Watchman poster I have on my wall? Her sister's up on that poster. Let me take a picture of that. I didn't... Alright, people don't know, but...
How about even better, you just scan it in the computer and...
No, I want to take a picture of it.
Okay.
Just to see it on the wall. Okay, so... I one time for college did a college project thing. I did an essay, and I did this comparison essay where I actually compared similar themes you could find in the comic book Watchmen and Katawa Shoujo.
Oh,
Yes, I'm one of those people. I put them on equal terms. And then and to promote it for the project, I did this poster. It's the entire cast of Katawa Shoujo and Watchmen facing off against each other. Oh, I love that poster.
You know what I really think is funny? Like you didn't have a big.
Also, Mike Eno, did you see your buttons?
Huh?
The other poster, that Katawa Shoujo and the buttons. There's an artist. I'm a big fan of. He did these things called Katawa Shoujo Insta-Feels, and that's what those are. Okay.
Well,
What were you saying, Tommy?
I was saying that giant squid brain monster. That's I guess the boss of the series.
No, that's at the end of the book, but that's the space squid. That thing's stupid.
I like how you compare squid to wizard.
Yes. You also I have. Also go in the link if you want to see the picture in better detail. Here's a link. It's in the description. Oh, I love that poster. You can buy a print of it.
Okay, enough.
Our brief conversation ends as abruptly as it started, and we both return to our novels. Oh my gosh!
What?
They just sit there. The sun's going down again. The passage of time is marked only by the gradual movement of the patch of light cast through the window. Slowly, the noises from the various rehearsals in the building fade out and die as students start to get hungry and tired. Just thinking about that makes my stomach start to turn knots around itself. I think it's time to head back. Do you think Lily would be back by now? I think I might head back to my dorm. I'm pretty tired from this week. And not a word of that was a lie. Moving to a new school, as it ramps up for a major event, has been taxing, to say the least. I can feel myself nodding off as I read the book. Are you serious? No one's printing on my printer. Oh my god. Are you people unbelievable? Unbelievable.
Might want to just unplug the thing for now.
I can't even print on my printer. No, it's turning off. I can feel myself nodding off as I read my book.
Okay. I might stay here a little longer.
Shut up, you printer! Jeez! All the time.
Don't kill it, kick it.
Just take it. Looking at Hanako's book, I can see that she's only a few pages away from completing it. For a moment, I consider hanging around until she finishes, but once again my stomach turns and emitting a gurgling sound. Sure thing. Well, I'm gonna head off before it gets dark.
What did she say?
I might stay here a little longer.
Okay.
Sure thing. Well, I'm gonna head off before it gets dark. I'll see you around, okay?
Okay. See you, Hisao.
Later.
Hisao?
She's talking more!
Thank you for hanging out with me.
I can see how... Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Listen, hold on! Turn up the volume! It's raindrops and puddles! Heck yeah! I can see how hard it is. I can see how hard it was for her to get that simple sentence out of her mouth. Leaves me hanging for a moment. So, there's someone in this school who's even lonelier than me. Maybe lonely is a wrong word, but I haven't been maybe lonely is a wrong word. I haven't been lacking company for this first week, but I've still managed to feel somewhat alone and detached. Maybe lonely is a wrong word for Hanako, too. She has Lily after all, doesn't she? I realize I've been standing there far too long without answering and pull off a flawless, not too exaggerated smile. You're welcome. Good night, Hanako.
Night.
I leave her to finish her book and head back to the dorms and the promise of food. What? Oh, okay. Oh. I think... Shall we finish it off there?
Well, let's finish it off.
That's are we all set?
Oh.
Looks like next episode... Guess what? Tomorrow, next episode will be...
Festival.
The festival! The festival!
The festival.
The festival! Lunchables!
The festival.
Credibles! Incredible! Untouchable! Abaddon Bandon! Tommy's starting to like Hanako.
I can't wait for Katawa Shoujo 2. I'll let you Google it. To come out.
The best!